Hello, party people. Hello. It is Randy for Thunder Horse Descendant. I'm here today with project number two. Project number two from Bargain Bead Box Desert Sand. So, project number two is our little design we made here with the chain in the front. Okay. So, this is going to be a necklace. I'm just looking. Just a strung necklace, I think. So, anywho, let's jump down to the mat, get this part started. Alrighty, here we are down on the mat. This is our design, project number two. We are going to be using the not matte Jaspers today, and we are going to be kind of focusing on this front portion with the chain. So I've also never done this before. If you are new here, you know that these are well, no, I should say if you're not new here if you're not new here, perhaps you know that all of these designs we make are designs on the fly. So a lot of these I have not made. It's just how I feel in that moment. So if you are new here, welcome in. If you are not new here, welcome back. Let's do this. Also, just want to mention that Thunder Horse Descendant is a working studio. So if you hear some commotion going on, that's just work happening. Do not be alarmed. It's got to happen. All right. So here are our parts and pieces. I am going to zoom in just a smidge. These are our parts and pieces for this design. So we have the pendant, and I believe these are the 8s. We have the lapis to space with, a few metal, and a little smidge of chain so that we can get this guy going in the front. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to first get everything ready to go, get these off their strands, and then we will jump right into working on the pendant portion. Okay guys, here we are. We've got everything ready to go. For the stringing portion of this, I am going to be using Soft Flex Medium. I just want to double check that this medium can get through these little tiny lapis beads before we get going. And it looks like it can. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use the Soft Flex Medium, and for this necklace I think I am going to make it, I think I will make it 20 inches because why not? Okay, so just gonna get myself some. I'm gonna do about 23-ish, which will give me a little extra to crimp with. And there we go. So we got that going for us. Now, per usual, I'm just going to start in the middle of this necklace. Mostly because, number one, I'm not sure of the design that I want to make with the beads. Also, because we are going to have to attach this chain onto the string in some sort of fashion. So I think it'd just be easier to start out with that. So the first thing I'm going to do now, we discussed this during the plan video. This would be better if it had a hole that was this way, right? Because the way this is hanging now, we have to attach this with a jump ring instead of it having like a through hole. But that's fine, we decided. So I am going to see if I can't utilize... I'm probably going to need a round jump ring. I'm going to use this large one. Let me try that large one. This one looks to be a 12. angle of the jump ring. Okay, so it's not looking like I'm going to be able to do that. So, no, do not fear. We'll just wire wrap a bail onto it. Now, if you had a bail, I do have some. I have some pinch bails and stuff. But I don't know if everybody has pinch bails, and maybe if they don't. So I'm just going to grab up a little wire. And you could do just a regular wire wrap with, you know, round wire. I think that is probably what we will end up doing, because I think most of my square wire is upstairs. So let's try a they're all 22. Of course they are, because Randy lives and dies in 22. Got an 18 gauge titanium. Let's see what that's looking like. Not my favorite. I was looking for a 20 gauge silver here. 22, 22, 22, 22, 20. Here we go. Alright, for this portion we will be using 20 gauge artistic wire in tinned copper, which is not what I thought this was called, but okay. I'm just going to get a little snippet of that. I've got way too much here. Way too much, way too much. Okay. Alright, so to start off with this guy, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put him through there. I'm going to hide all this so my camera can focus. Okay, so I got him through there. I've got it pretty in the middle, right? I'm going to pull it up like so and let him crisscross. This is going to leave me a little triangle, basically, which is good, because we want our pendant to be able to move. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our finger and you're going to push down on the X until it gets to where you want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to do about like that. Now, you're going to come in here with your pliers and you're going to grab a hold right after where the X meets, and you're going to turn this up 90 degrees. Boom. So now when you hold it straight up, this one's pointing straight up, this one's still going to the side. Okay. So now with this other one, right after where the X meets, you're going to do the same thing. Now organically, these are going to want to, one's going to want to cross over the other one. So you're going to let that happen. So that's what I'm doing to give it a little bit of a twist. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring it over like this. I'm going to grab a hold of everything down here with my plier. Like so. So now this one is going to be our main cord, because this is the one that's coming up straight. This is going to be our wrap cord. Wire, whatever you want to call it. Now I'm going to wrap around once, and I'm going to wrap down towards my plier. 1, 2. Okay, that's about all I need. Nothing crazy. You can keep going if you want to, however you want to do it. You can also finish this up however you want. If you wanted to use this excess wire to make a little spiral or whatever. I'm not going to do any of that today because I have all this that's going to go on the top of the pendant. So I feel like that's enough. We don't need too much more. So I'm going to come in here and trim this. And then I'm going to get that tucked away. So here's what we have. Now, which side do you want to be the front of your pendant? Right? It's up to you. I think I'm going to use this side. And then on the top here is, you can either use your round nose, you can use a bail maker. I'm going to use the round nose simply because I do not need this loop to be very large. Now the reason for that is because as we'll see as we move forward in putting on the chain, we don't want a whole bunch of extra space here, because then we're going to have to put more chain to get it to work out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. So I'm going to come in with my chain nose. I am going to go down to about the middle of the plier, sorry, round nose. I'm going to go down to the middle of the plier, and I'm going to make a little bend, okay, and I'm going to go up over the top, spin it, grab hold on the other side to make a complete loop, release the pressure, go to the side over here. I've got everything facing sideways, and I'm going to wrap down until it meets with the other one. Now, looks pretty okay, like I can get it fixed up. If it was real wonky, what you could do is you could wrap back up to the top to make it a little more thick if it's messed up, but mine seems to be fine. I'm going to cut it and then I'm going to adjust these wraps so they look a little more cohesive, and I'm also going to tuck the tail in. Okay, so I'm just kind of squeezing them a little bit here, and I'm going to make sure my tail's tucked in, and then I'm going to give this just like a little bit of a work harden, and there we are. Okay, so you can see my tail right here a little bit. Fix that. And there we go. So now this guy is all ready to go to be strung on. And that is the first thing we are going to do. Oop. Okay. Now, next order of business, we have got to put a couple beads on here. And I'm going to put one on each side. Mr. Bunsen is meowing. Okay. So now, let me take a look here at the design. So it looks like I have right after that the chain, a little snippet of chain, and I said I was going to leave a little bit of flurries hanging down. Okay. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to decide how long, because let me give you an example. This is, you're just going to thread this chain onto the wire like this. Okay, after you have it on there, you're probably going to have another bead. It looks like I have one of these little lapis beads. Okay, and then another one probably like this. Okay, so this is kind of how we're going to go on. But this, I want to come down in a V shape. Okay, now when things hang, they're not laying flat on your mat. They're hanging like this. Okay, we kind of had this discussion when we did the Ouroboros necklace. Okay, so I'm like, okay, see, originally in this design, there wasn't going to be any more space here, but now there is. So now I got to figure out how far I want this to come down. And honestly, I think I'm going to cut right here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how many lengths that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that worked out pretty good. So we got 10 on that side, which means we need 10 over here for the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll cut this 11th one. Alright, so now we'll put that one on this side. Oh, I forgot the razzle dazzle. Perhaps we will use that as the razzle dazzle. Forgot about that. Plus, I think I made these too sharp for what I want to do. So, let's try again. If at first you don't succeed. Okay, so I'm going to make these at least 10. Now I'm thinking these should be maybe 15. Let's see where we're at. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, cutting 16. Okay, try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright. Let's try this one more time. Okay, so now I gotta take this one off over here. So these are our 15 link pieces, and I want to put the 10 link pieces next to the 15 link pieces. So I'm stringing on 2 pieces of chain. All right. Oh, and look what I did. I forgot a bead over here. Oh, you guys. Just one of them days today. One of those days today. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be better. I think that's going to be better. Alright, so now I got a 4mm round jump ring. I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to take the longer pieces and I'm going to connect it onto the end of both. So there's one. And there's one. I am going to close this up, however, we are going to have to open it again. So if you... Whew! Maybe I should just quit for the day. Okay, so we're not quitting. We're not quitters. We will not be defeated. So if you are a person who doesn't like to open these up after they've already been opened, perhaps this is not the situation for you. Now, don't be alarmed by this. The situation is that I had purchased some round jump rings from not Taylor's Falls, and they were no good. But it was too late. I had already dumped them into my stash. So here we are. Okay, we'll try one more time. Okay. Close it up. Alright. Now, here we are. Yeah. So this is our little crisscross in the front. Now I will say it is a little bit longer than I would like, but I'm gonna get the little dangly down pieces ready and we'll go from there to see if that's really a problem. So I technically could use all of this. I don't know that I need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I need that many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 6 for fun. Okay. So there's one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Those two are the same. Okay, now we're gonna put those on, but before we put them on, I think we should do a couple of these little faceted guys. Let me see what I got in my stash for tiny ball head pins, if any. Sometimes we have the pearl ones. I'm not seeing any of the pearl ones. The pearl ones are very small. These are probably the smallest ones that I have. Let's take a look. Alrighty, so just weld that up into the tiniest of charms you ever could see. Teeny tiny. Okay, I'm going to do the same to the other side. Why is Mr. Watson crying? I might have to go check on it. Okay, try to get this little tiny piece of chain in there. Does little dinky work. Got a little teeny chain and a little teeny bead. But we're doing it. We're doing it. So then I want to open this guy up. Now here's the thing. I do feel like this is a little bit much. 15 is a little much. Kind of wanted it to be more in the middle, and now I feel like I'm just going to need to get a new drum ring altogether for that. So I'm going to take off 2 links. Yeah, 2. Get your goggles on. Okay, 1, 2. Just because I want it to hang up a little more. Alright. Okay, now we're going to attach everything on. Okay. And this one. And this little tiny one over here. Oh. Okay, is everybody on there? Looks like it. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, that's hanging in there a little better than I would like. That's where I like it better. Can still move. Alright. So we're not done yet. Not out of the fire yet. I am now going to wind up 2 more of these little guys for this hanging down bits. So 15 I cut off 2, so 13 and 10. 13 on here and 10 here and 6 on the bottom. Just all kinds of weird numbers for you, in case you're wondering. And these guys, after we get these guys on, our pendant should be completed. Just wrapping around. I mean, you could take these off the chain or off the, the cording, but I'm like, nah, it'll be fine. And tuck this tail on there. Okay. Don't worry. Right now it looks like a bug, but we're not concerned about that right now. We're going to make it look less bug-like as we go. Oh, I forgot to put my chain on. I was able to save this head pin. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do that, but I did. Did it. Okay, so now he goes on here. Da-da-da. Right. And now we are going to add some things if you want. We'll see how it looks once we get everything going on. But I am going to add possibly more of these little charms up here on this chain. We shall see. But for right now, I'm just going to start it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little pattern here. I really should split these. One extra one. Okay, and then so, and we should have well enough of the blue ones, so I'm not worried about splitting those. And here we go. So I'm going to start on this side, and I'm just going to start off with my little pattern, and I'm just using these lapis as like little tiny spacers. And I am going to add this metal throughout, so I'm going to put a couple metal here. These little, I don't even know what they are, 2mm lapis. I always struggle to put them on, because they're so faceted, like you can almost not see the hole. pretty cute. Okay, I'm going to do some on this side so you can see what it looks like. So we've got lapis after the chain, and then we have jasper, lapis, it's a pretty dark one, I like that. Then we have jasper, lapis, and then right here is where I do jasper, metal, lapis. Yeah, I think it's going to be cute. Kind of different. Now, if you didn't like the way this was hanging, you could string him in a little more, like we did, I think that was a couple of projects ago, but you could literally string in on any part of the chain or on the little round of the charm. So then you wouldn't really necessarily have anything hanging down, but you could have a little more of like, because it would be like this. You could have a little bit more of almost like a taper. I'm not going to do that. I like the dangly bits. I think they're fun. So that's super cute. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this pattern up to the top, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, here we are at the top. We're going to go ahead and finish this up and then take a look at it. Okay, so I'm going to put this on there. kind of hard to see when it's laying down like this. But let me see if I got a different, I left my other thingamabob upstairs. So let me see. I got a necklace for him. Here's one. Here's one. Alright. So I got another necklace for him for us to look at. So I'm going to switch to the other camera. But this is what it looks like on the mat. It's kind of hard to see laying on the mat like this. But as far as everything goes, I really do like the way the chain and everything turned out. The blue gives it a little bit of pop of something, I feel like. So I am liking it. This is the design versus the real thing. So there we go. Looking pretty exactly the way that I thought it would, which is good. Minus this is down a little bit further. But there we go. Now, I had said, I think when we made this plan, that I was going to put some lapises into the chain, which I could have done if I would have done that with a little bit of wire. I just didn't do that at the time. So let's switch over to this other camera and we'll go from there. Okay, so let me get him on there. Now this one's a little shorter than the other one that I have been using, but it's got some tacks in it. So let me see if I can. I don't know if that's gonna work. But I left that one upstairs, so you know, it's Monday today, and I just don't want to be running up and down the stairs. So here we are. This is what she looks like on the form. I think it looks quite well, if you ask me. I can't tell if it's hanging crooked or not, as far as like on the bodice or on the necklace form. This guy's hanging exactly the way I want him to. So I really like that as a razzle dazzle. I think it's quite cute because it gives it some movement and stuff like that. And the fun part is that when you go to wear it, then it's always going to be hanging down in the front because of how it's designed. Now there is a possibility that it could flip around to the back if you were really, you know, it could go up and over the top to the back, but I mean the pendant's the same on both sides, so if it did that, you would obviously notice because you would notice. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty good actually. I'm very happy with it. I think it's cute. You can do a lot with that to modify that little razzle dazzle. If you did not like it and you just wanted to put just the crisscross in the middle, see this one I don't like is this one. Everything just roll right off. It's been quite the day today with this project. It's me. I don't know. Anyways, so we're just gonna, it's good. We're gonna call that a day. But there's quite a few things you could do to really modify that razzle dazzle to make it your own, whatever you want to do there. But I do think that it is cute and I like the colors. So yeah, there you go. Alright you guys, well, I'm going to jump off here. I hope you all had a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day today. We will be working on project number 3 tomorrow, and that looks like it is, the rectangular Jasper bracelets. So this is actually going to be 2 bracelets and a pair of earrings. So that's that. So there you go. I hope you're all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. Please make sure to like this video, comment, possibly share it, do all the YouTubey things, and that is very helpful for me. So, let me just also mention, before we get off the live here, it's not a live, it's a recorded video. I need coffee. Coffee's required. It's the afternoon. I don't usually be beading in the afternoon like this, but here we are. I just got this in the mail today, which is why I have it on. This is my purchase from Miss Gloria Allen's Etsy shop, and I don't have her card down here right this moment, but I could probably put it in the description of this video. Anyways, she is one of the Thunder Chatters, and this was my lovely purchase that came in Happy Mail. This is my Happy Mail today. It's a Dalmatian Jasper, and that's super cute filigree, and I love it. So there you go. Anyways, I hope you guys have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.